Ready?
I'm ready. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. It's a beautiful sunny day. It was so pretty driving down here today. Just a little tiny bit of color is starting to show, not much, but it was really a beautiful, beautiful morning to drive.
It is beautiful. And it's going to stay this way for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're camping this weekend, so I'm so excited to have that, 70s in the day and then cool in the evening like this past weekend. I mean, I'm just excited about it.
Yeah, that was at night. So Mom and I went camping in Hocking Hills, and it was cold at night.
Yes.
Yeah. Like upper 40s, maybe at the coldest.
I had 3 quilts on our bed.
I'm like, man, it's just a little bit too chilly.
I love it when it's like that. Ron and I slept so well. I mean, it was just like, well, as you know, because we were the last ones to get up every morning.
That's true. We were. I came home and crashed on
Did
Sunday.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just came home. We unpacked, and I think I was in bed by 8:30.
Whoa.
And I went to sleep.
Nice.
And then, of course, everybody made fun of me the next morning. But
well, you took a nap when we were camping.
I'm premenopausal.
Well, I mean, you guys are going to bed? And we're like, yeah, I didn't take a nap like Steffi did.
I'm tired all the time.
Are you?
All the time. I need naps.
Well, hey, when you got 3 kids, and the life that you live, it is a busy time.
I love you so much more for making up excuses for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But the weekend before, we had a really fun time.
Yes.
Real fun. You okay? Are you crying?
Yeah. No, my eyes just watering.
We went on the Sip and Sew wine trail.
That was a blast.
So Keely organized that from the Whiny Quilter, and it's really genius.
Yes.
It really is. It was 4 wine shops, or 4 wineries and 4 quilt shops, and Mom and I went around to them, and we liked going to a quilt shop, then going to a winery, and you get 3 free tastings, and then go to another quilt shop, and then another winery, get 3 tastings.
It was so much fun.
Yeah,
it was
fun.
It was the best quilt shop hop I've ever been on. I mean, we had such a great time.
Yeah, they don't do those on the Amish shop hops.
No, they don't.
Which are great too.
It brings a whole new level of shop hopping to...
Yeah.
Because it was like, we go to the quilt shop and somebody would make me buy things that I really didn't need.
I spent more money than you.
Yes, you did. Thank God for change.
And
then we'd go, okay, let's go to the nearest winery. So we'd go to the nearest winery. We'd sit there and we'd talk about our projects, what we're going to do, what we bought. And like, okay, let's go to the next one. And met some super nice people.
Yeah. We give a shout out to Betty.
Yes, and Terry. Do you know, after you left, we sat outside with them at the Whiny Quilter for probably about 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Terry is self-taught making these leather bags and all kinds of things. That red bag that Betty had that I love so much, I kept pushing, if you make another one of those, I want one of those. But we had such a nice time with them. What nice people.
Yes, agreed. And the meetup at 6, there wasn't a whole lot of people there, but the people who were there, we had fun with.
Oh, gosh, those ladies were a blast. Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah.
And I loved the shop where Mike was at, which was the Anything So Fine.
Yes.
So shout out to Mike at Anything Sews Fine Fabrics. It's in Dover, Ohio.
Yeah.
And he was just a sweetheart.
Oh, he was. As a matter of fact, he gave us a whole goodie bag of things.
We got a swag bag.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It had, I remember the candy bars, the pen, which I've used several times because it's in my purse.
Yes, me too.
Water.
Measuring tool. I got a triangle.
Well, okay.
I got like a triangle measuring tool, like a bigger one.
And the pattern.
Yes.
The pumpkin pattern.
Yes, which we'll show.
So, and Mike was just a sweetheart, and he sent me an email, and he would like us to come over. And I didn't reply back to him. Did you?
No, I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got to figure out a date to do it.
Yeah, we can talk about that today at lunch.
Okay.
And go see him down in Dover again with his wife, because his wife wasn't there.
Yeah, and their puppy too.
And she has a long arm.
Yes.
Quilting machine. I didn't check to see what it was. Is it an Avante?
I don't know. I didn't check it either.
Okay. So, but there's 2 locations. There's the shop, and then there's where she does her long arming.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back, and she published. They published a book too, didn't he? Didn't he say something about publishing a book? I thought that's what he said. But
not sure.
That was fun.
It was fun, and Keely, we loosely talked about doing this again in the spring.
Yes,
which I'm in.
Me too.
Because so fun, and I'd like to see more people out there on that trail. And this was when we checked in at Keely's shop at the Whiny Quilter. She gave us this card, and then on the back it has all of the shops and the wineries and their addresses on here. And at each place you get either a free fat quarter or your 3 free tastings, and then when you get those, they just sign off on it.
Right. You bought a ticket online through Keely.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was so much fun. We hit 3 of the 4 quilt shops. We saw our friend Wendy at Material Girl. That's where she spent all her money.
You know, we'll get to bookish. Okay. But I was not intending to spend that much money until I found out that she had this line that I really wanted.
Yeah.
So, and let's face it, we can just, like, Wendy's a very good salesperson.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. And she's a very good salesperson because as soon as you walk through the door, you are her best friend.
Yes, you are.
Yes. And you feel that.
Oh, you do. I mean, she just, she alludes with love. Yeah. I mean, and she
is love.
Oh, yeah. And the creativity. And you just tell her, well, I have this idea, and she's off and running. I mean, she's pulling stuff out. She's like, well, check this out. Check that out. True. She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really does.
Yes, she does.
I can't wait to go back for our retreat.
We're going for our annual retreat in November at Wendy's shop in Mineral City.
Yes.
And we did go to Steinig's.
Oh, yes. Ooh, those breakfast sandwiches are so good.
Oh, my gosh. They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they got a Dollar General. So, like, this year when we go, there's a store right there across from Steinig's. So that's big news in Mineral City.
Oh, it is. Yeah. And I mean, it was a beautiful day. I mean, and then after that, we went to the Schoolhouse Winery. Mm-hmm. We went to Creekside Cottage Winery, which that was a fun vibe. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like a Key West hippies kind of winery. They had live music out there.
They had it all decorated for fall too. There was pumpkins everywhere.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I of course I noticed the pumpkins.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And then there was a food truck there.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Didn't
Spuds.
Yeah. And that was
Keely's daughter.
Yeah, that was it. And then what was Cherry Road Winery we went to on Friday night.
Yes.
That was nice.
Let me just tell you about Cherry Road Winery. It is in Maslin. That if you are a sweet wine drinker, go and get their sweet wine flight. They've got a wine called OH that's red, and then the IO is white, and they're both sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I got a bottle of each, and I'm kind of kicking myself like I should have bought more because they are delicious. Well, for sweet drinkers.
Well, you can always, you're going to be back up that way again. You can always swing by in Maslin. Oh, and what about that apple wine at the Schoolhouse Winery?
That was surprising.
Yeah.
Surprisingly wonderful.
It was.
It was apple Riesling. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a big Riesling fan. It always has for me and my palate, it always has like a metallic taste to me, where Riesling does. This apple Riesling was so good.
It was.
And it was like, the only word I could describe it was crisp. Like it just tasted like a crisp apple. It was wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm not into sweet wines and I don't drink many white wines, but even I bought this bottle of wine. It was so good.
I don't remember the name of it.
Just ask
Bookworm?
for the apple.
Bookworm?
Yes.
Was it Bookworm?
I think it was Bookworm.
On their menu, it says apple Riesling. And it's I think it was the only Riesling, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was delicious.
Yeah, that was at Schoolhouse Winery. Mm-hmm. So, for anybody who was like, oh, darn, I wanted to go, you can contact the Whiny Quilter, contact Keely, and you can still buy tickets all the way till October 31st. Correct. So, you and some girlfriends or boyfriends or husbands, I mean, Betty and Terry were together. They're a couple. Yeah. Your significant others. This was a great, and 2 days is plenty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You got enough time to go to 8 places because they're all very tight together.
Yeah.
They're not far apart from each other.
Mm-mm. And the only place that we missed was the Quilting Bee because they closed earlier. We were really disappointed. We went there twice.
Yeah.
And so we'll have to do that on another trip, maybe.
Yeah. We'll do that. We need to do that in October.
Yeah.
So we can get that checked off. But again, I will put the link to Keely's Whiny Quilter so you can get your ticket. I'm going to show you what Keely gave us.
Oh, this is so sweet.
So we also got a swag bag. This is for your ticket from Keely. We got a 120 degree triangle ruler in our bag. And there's another one, a little one. A mini hexagon.
Yep.
In here. You get a fat quarter, free fat quarter, but I actually didn't get one.
Oh.
I was so busy eating the spuds. Okay, so and then you get this glass, and it says sip and sew. And then on the back, oh, that light's just terrible. It says seam ripper with a line, crooked stitches right here, and the very bottom says straight stitch. So that was really cute.
Yeah, that was cute. That was so kind of her. That was so thoughtful.
So, I don't know. Does she have any of these left?
I don't think so. I think she only had a limited number of them.
You might want to contact her.
Yeah.
Buy her tickets soon so that she can have some more made by the end of the month, by the end of October.
And I noticed...
I don't want to speak for her.
Yeah, just check with her. And I noticed she got some new fabrics in, too.
She did. Just recently.
Yes.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday she posted that they just got some new fabrics in.
How do you say that line that she carries? Calf. It's Kaffe. Fassett.
Calf facet. I think it's calf facet.
Calf facet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I always want to say cafe facet because it sounds like it should be French.
I know, and he makes yarn too, I think. Okay. Because I think Benny has used a lot of his yarn.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to ask Betty.
And they had a super line of wines too.
Yes.
In the it's called Newman Cellar.
Mm-hmm.
They had some really nice wines in there. So
there's the quilt shop on one side and then the winery on the other side. Mm-hmm. And her husband makes the wine and I think she does both. Yeah.
And then they do open sewing. Mm-hmm. I know that they're going to be traveling and going on a little trip, so I don't know when the open sewing is going to be. It was during the weekdays, and so again, if you're interested in just open sewing and meeting some of the ladies, it's a great way to bring your projects in and have a little wine and do a little sewing. I'll tell you what, fun. I was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
I hope that we get to do it again in the spring. That was real. Yeah. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
So
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So should we show what we bought? Did you bring anything that you bought?
No, I did not because it's a Christmas gift. I know. Show your stuff.
So at Mike's shop at Anything Sews.
Yes.
Fine Fabrics. I'm kind of a whatchamacallit? What do you call these?
Grunge.
Grunge. I'm kind of a grunge junkie. So I just got like a couple yards of my orange and black. I was actually thinking about using these for my bats and boos.
I can't wait to see this done. I copied the patterns.
Did you?
Yeah, I haven't managed to get anything done because I figured you were going to do it, so I'd let you do it.
So the bats and boos is a fat quarter shop. Stitch along. All the directions are already out. They started it in, I think it was August.
Yeah, and those are all free, right?
Oh yeah, these are free. I don't have a picture of the whole thing. Darn it.
What's this right here?
So that's the cross stitch one.
Oh, the cross stitch one. Okay.
So I'll put a link to Bats and Boos. There is a quilt, and it's not very big.
No. Isn't it like 40 something or 50?
Yeah.
It's not real big.
It's not real big. I probably should have printed out the first page. Of course not. Ooh. No, that doesn't say it. Anyway, I'm going to do. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna get the house cleaned up, and then I'm going to do this for October.
Nice.
And then I'm also doing the Bats and Boos cross stitch, which is also already done, so you can get the whole pattern if you want.
Yeah. I think this is so stinking cute. I love this.
I made a cross stitch bag.
Nice. Oh, I love your zipper.
That's Missouri Star Quilt Company.
Oh my goodness, is that adorable?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not seen
Let me show the
that.
people.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, I got these from Missouri Star. They're called Fancy Zips.
What a great idea.
I'm kind of jumping ahead.
Oh, that's okay.
So, I just do cross stitch when we're like watching football or watching Yellowstone, which we're rewatching.
November 7th.
So, I've just been taking my time and moving slow.
Nice.
On this guy. And then,
I
had a mess of notions everywhere with this.
Uh-huh.
So I decided to get a little clever. And I made a notions bag.
Oh my gosh, Steffi, that's so cute.
So this is a prototype. There are several places where I messed up, but you live and learn, right?
Right.
Okay. So here I put another zipper, and then in here I've got like all my needles, my scissor, my needle minder, my pumpkin one, and then this is my favorite part. And then, like, you know when you have a skein of thread and you got to pull like 2 out,
yes,
like 2 threads out, and you got like 4 left. So this is flannel. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So this one's metallic, so it doesn't stick as good.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm keeping my extra threads.
Oh, wow. What a great idea.
Right to the flannel.
So it's flannel on the one side and cotton on the other. Okay. Yeah.
So it sticks on there, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to make this again for Christmas, or a Christmas one. I got an idea to make this a little bit better. A little bit gooder.
A little bit gooder.
But this was a really good prototype. I'm really happy about it.
Oh my gosh. I love that. What a great idea. Yeah, because those little threads, you're like...
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They were all over the table between Mike and I, and I'm like, I got to figure out something for that.
What is this line of the pumpkins? That is so cute.
I got that from Joann's.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know what line it is, but it's in there like...
It's got like a little metallic-y look to it. I don't know if you can see the metallic in it, but it is adorable.
Yeah. Thank you. I know. I was like, oh, this would be really pretty as my cross-stitch bag.
I love that.
It's a little bit... I mean, the last one I made was the vinyl. And I'm like, I want something a little bit different. And people make these all the time. So I'm like, oh.
I'm loving the zipper. I do love the zipper. I mean, I love the whole thing, but the zipper just kind of like really just gives it that little extra added,
Little oomph.
yeah, like extra craft touch, makes it extra
They
special.
have a whole bunch.
Did they?
Of these. And they're not all, there's like different patterns in the zippers.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Aw, you're so creative.
Oh, I get it from my mother.
Oh, stop.
Okay. Should we talk about Bookish?
Yes, please.
This is one of my fat quarters. Of course, I picked out a plaid.
Yes.
Okay. So we were at Keeley's.
Yes.
And I was telling her how I'm really coming to love Art Gallery Fabrics, which is a manufacturer. They're a little bit pricier, but when you have their fabric in your hand, you can tell why they're pricier because the fabric's more dense. Like there's like a higher thread count, I think.
Yeah.
This was also a free
fat quarters.
Fat quarters.
I love those free fat quarters. That was fun.
So, okay. So we're at Keeley's and she said, well, Wendy just got Bookish in, and it's, who made that? I forget. Anyway. I'll
You'll put it down.
Dang it. Monica? Maybe? Anyway, I have been looking at Bookish, and I even reserve spots at particular websites to let me know when it comes in, and I hadn't received anything yet. So when I heard that Bookish was at Wendy's, I texted her right away. I'm like, I need every single print.
She did.
Because I love it.
She did.
But I knew ahead of time that I want to make the puff quilts. With it. It is kind of like a little rage right now. It's by Lo and Behold Stitchery, and she is the one that made the knitted star pattern. So, and now she's doing this quilt along with this puff quilt that she has. And so here is, oh, I forgot about that one. So, all right. So the colors are like peaches. These are glasses. You want to hold them up?
I'll hold some up too.
So they're like peaches and creams.
And I don't know if you can see this real good, but they're like books, books open to pages. Yeah.
And then here's the.
I love the glasses
again, and like this. What is that? Like a light teal.
Yeah.
So it's got these teal colors, creams, like peachy corals, and then I don't even know what color is that? Like magenta?
It's got like a pink. Well, it's got some golds and whites and pinks and magenta in it. Yeah.
This one's bookmarks.
That's one of my favorites. I love that one.
Yeah.
Kind of pulls all the colors together.
I got a third of a yard of each. So I need to get, there are some essentials that Art Gallery puts out. And I want to get some of the coordinating just solid colors that go with this.
Sure.
And then I'll be able to
put it together.
Yeah. So this is one of the essentials too. So this one is books. And I just read that there are book names on here. And the designer, she had put out like a tweet or, I don't know, a message or something asking for people's favorite books. And then she used those for the books.
Oh, how fun.
So you've got Black Beauty, Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, The Hobbit.
Oh, wow.
The Giver, Jane Eyre, Secret Garden. There's a whole bunch of...
Oh, how fun.
Beloved. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of books on here.
Cute.
So, yeah.
And I love the backing fabric that you got. That was really pretty.
I just went ahead and got the backing fabric while I was there.
That's real
So
pretty.
it's flowers and books. I don't even remember. Did I get 5 yards? Usually 5 yards is my go-to.
Yeah.
When I got backing.
Yeah.
So there is a puff quilt in my future.
That's a winter project, right?
It's a winter project.
Yeah.
And then at Wendy's, you can get 6 fat quarters for $15, I think it was. Also, when you are on the trail, you get at least 10% off.
Right.
From the shops.
There was 10%, there was 15%. So with the ticket, I mean, like with what Steph bought, I mean, that was a huge savings for you.
Yeah.
I mean, the ticket itself, you get 3 flights, 3 samples of wine from 4 wineries, and then you get a free fat quarter, plus you get a 10% discount. I mean, it was really fun. So if you're looking for something, like Steph said, to do for the fall, like a girls thing, it was a blast.
It was fun. So I also bought a panel. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I have never seen this until I went to the store. It's called Songbook for Moda.
This was pretty.
And it's, if you're Christian, there's Christian songs on here. I was like, I know all these songs. Let's go drink some wine.
And she can hum.
Grace.
Yeah.
I can't read this way. It seems like they're all hymns, though. Like, to sing thy grace, even so it is well with my soul. Surrender all.
And they had like a whole line of coordinating things to go with that.
They do.
It was cool.
I was thinking about bringing this to Wendy's and figure out something. I did like the one pattern with the churches, but I don't know who made that pattern. So more fat quarters I got. I showed this one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, just gray snowflakes. These two, I was thinking about that Notions bag. Making a Halloween one. This glows in the dark.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Does it really? Oh, how fun.
Glow in the dark.
Oh my gosh.
That
is so cute.
Notions, there's 2 of them. Notions bag out of these.
Nice.
Yeah. Like you can see, like I can even look.
Oh my gosh, it does.
I know.
Oh, that's cute.
Glow in the dark spider webs. This is Tim Holtz.
I love that. The clocks.
This one's just like a grungy.
But
she had some. Tim Holtz is I think he's a very unique designer.
Yeah, he has some very unusual things.
This one, it looks like library cards, but it's not. It's like old advertising. Old advertisements. I just thought it was different.
Yeah, that's cute. That would make a really cute Notion bag too.
Yes, I had Notion bags in mind.
I know you did.
And this one's just like old book writing. So
you've got quite a few projects lined up.
I have quite a few projects at home.
I know.
I have so many whips. Yeah. So, and then I came home with 3 bottles of wine too. So I did very well.
She did.
Yeah.
One of the patterns that we got, and that was at Anything So from Mike's, was this pumpkin pattern that he gave to us. And a lady had it sitting on the counter, and I was like, oh my gosh, how cute is that? So yesterday I was trying to clean out my sewing room a little bit, and I came across it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to whip one of these up. So I just whipped up the pumpkin one. That's I think cute. I should have done like a darker color rather than the plaid. I think it would have made it stand out a little bit better, but that's okay. And then on the back was pumpkins, because I had you in mind with the pumpkin farm and all that stuff. So
I love it.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. That was really sweet of you. I mean, he gave us good stuff, and I have a project that Stephanie talked me into. So she's like, oh, Mom, look at this fabric. And so I had, in the meantime, found a pattern. I'm like, oh, this is really cute. And she said, well, that would make a great Christmas gift for somebody. And I'm like, really, who? And she goes, so I ended up buying 2, enough to make 2, one for her, one for me. And then I had to buy special zippers. And I'm like, okay, the zippers just came. So I go, that's what you're getting for Christmas. So now I have to put it together. So
I self-taught myself.
You did.
Is that proper grammar? I self-taught myself.
There you go. That sounds good to me.
How to do zippers with YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not that bad.
No, I mean,
No.
zippers are really easy. I think
Yeah.
if you haven't sewn before, YouTube it. I mean, it's not that difficult.
Get out the. I just really use only one foot with my sewing machine. I'm
Right.
like, ooh, I get to change feet.
I know.
This is a zipper foot. Cool.
I know. That's great.
That was fun. It's not. I enjoy making bags. They're fun.
Well, it's. I think it's an instant
It
gratification
is.
because it's not like a huge project that goes on and on. It's something that you can just make, and you've got this really cute little thing. I love your Notions bag, though. I think that's a great idea. The add-on there. I think you got some. You should patent that. Don't you think?
When you say patent, do you mean
Oh,
pattern?
Stop it.
Some of your New England
Yes, I know.
words are coming through. Did you say patent? Because sometimes when you're saying pattern, it's patent.
I know. It's supposed to be pattern.
You think I should pattern that?
Yes.
Not patent.
I don't care.
You know who says patent?
Yes,
Your
I
mother.
know. I know. My mother says that all the
Says,
time.
let me show you the patent.
Love
you, Gibby.
I lost most of my New England accent, and then Mom and Dad moved out here going on 6 years ago, and so they have very strong New England accents. So it creeps back in because I'm with them a lot. So what can I say?
I love it. Like with that, I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head, did she say patent or pattern? I don't even know. I just need to double check. Like, do I need to contact the United States of America and patent this technology?
Pattern. Make a pattern of it. Isn't she funny?
I love you.
I love you too. Oh, goodness.
Say bra.
No. So, on to something else.
Come on.
No. So, on to something else. I saw a really cute pattern that I liked called Pop Star. Missouri Star Quilt was advertising it. So I whipped this baby up back here, and the line that I used was called My America, and I got it from the Fat Quarter Shop, and it was by Deborah Edwards for Northcott Fabrics. Now you got me being very conscious of what I'm saying. But this is what the pattern...
It's endearing.
Thank you. Looks like. And so I chose to do it in red, white, and blues. Or what was weird about it was that there were no blues in the material that I got. It was reds and grays and cream colors. Yeah. So those... So I was looking at the 3D fabrics. What could I use? So my friend Denise had a t-shirt quilt that she had just made, and she needed it long arm quilted. So we met at Joann's parking lot. So she pulls this out, and the blue that you see here is fabric that she had. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect for the 3D effect, because I was trying to get some blues into this. And she goes, go ahead and use it. She goes, I bought an extra 1.5 yards, 2 yards. I go, really? She goes, yeah. So I used that, and it kind of just set it off. And then there was enough material that I could do the binding on it. So this fabric here is like a gray with white polka dots that I got at Joann's.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use that same blue fabric right here to bind it all in, to just pull it all together.
That'd be pretty.
It was a fun pattern. When you look at it, it looks like it might be complicated, but it was so simple. I mean, it's just some triangle, half square triangles and a couple of flying geese. And I mean, it was simple, easy, quick to put together. So I would say beginner, intermediate, but really quite simple. Anybody could do it. So I was really tickled with it.
And Jenny Doan did a video on this.
Yes, she did a video. So if you get stuck on it, just look at her video. I mean, they always make things so simple to do. So I did that. And then again, I had another, this material here had a panel with some other pieces. and a couple of the free fat quarters that I got when we were at the shops this weekend. I was getting patriotic fabric. So I made a second quilt out of that fat quarter bundle. So I need to get a little more of the gray and white to do the back on the other one. But it was fun to do, and I got 2 quilts out of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So if you're looking, like Veterans Day is coming up in November, you have a veteran or you want to do something patriotic, it was just fun to do. Mm-hmm. So. And then my Quilting Guild ladies, they are so much fun. There is a lady there. She does yo-yos. She came in with a basket full of yo-yos and a pattern on how to do it. I had never known how to do it before, but she said, here, take 25 of these yo-yos. So we all took 25 yo-yos, and we're supposed to make something out of them. I wasn't sure what to make, so I started Googling it just to see. And I looked at the history. These were made a lot back in the 20s, 30s, 40s. And basically all you're doing is taking a round piece of fabric, cutting it out. You can do 3-inch, 5-inch, 4-inch, whatever size that you want. And you go around and you fold 1/4 of an inch. You do a running stitch and you pull it tight and gather it like this. And it makes the yo-yo. And then you sew them together and you can make all kinds of designs. So I haven't done mine yet, but I'm looking for ideas. I went on to YouTube, and there was in Google, there's a ton of cute little ideas that you can make. Like they had Christmas ornaments where you could stack these and make Christmas tree decorations. So if you have any cute ideas, please send them and let us know, because I have these and I need to make something out of them.
Okay.
There was pillows, and these were used as like flowers. Ooh, with stems, or they were the center of flowers, or there was a button in the middle of it, and then they just appliqued stems and leaves. Really cute. Huh. So, and then there was one that had an owl, and these were the eyes of the owl. Oh, it was an applique, and then they put a button in here, and these were the owl eyes. It was so cute.
I've seen them where you make a Christmas tree out of them for on a table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a table runner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a big triangle and then the trunk. Yeah.
Yeah. There was just a lot of cute things, but apparently the ladies would make these. They'd cut out like a gazillion of these circles, and then you could take it like you do with your count and cross stitch, or if you're doing embroidery, you could take it to events. There wasn't TV and YouTube to watch back then necessarily in your home. So they would sit there, and it was a great way to be productive and make some creative little things.
Nice.
So thank you, ladies, for sharing this with me. I'm going to eventually make something out of it. I haven't yet figured out what I'm going to do, but I am going to do that. She had brought in...
if you had all red, white, and blue, you could make a flag.
True.
Table runner.
True, yeah.
Or even a wall hanging.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She brought in a quilt. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. You find a lot of these treasures at estate sales.
Oh, yeah.
And, people don't realize all the work that goes into them. But, she brought this beautiful one in, and she paid like $10 for it. It was ridiculously expensive, but the hours and hours that went into that and the love, just gorgeous. Yeah. So then one of the other projects that we had at our Quilting Guild, Alice had brought in a wall hanging. It was a welcome wall hanging, and we're all supposed to make a welcome wall hanging. And hers had a tree with bears on it, and it didn't really have a theme. It didn't go with my theme of anything. So I copied her lettering, her welcome lettering from the pattern that she had. And then I used my Hocus Pocus pumpkin quilt.
Aren't you clever?
And I came up with it can be a table runner. Isn't this cute?
That's pretty.
Yeah. I just thought it was adorable.
Wow. Okay, so how did you...
You use the interface, the iron-on, I forget what it's called. It's
Heat
iron-on
bond?
both sides. Yeah, heat bond. And you just, I traced them, I cut them out, and then I just appliqued them on.
Okay.
And then I took my Hocus Pocus patterns, and I just picked out 3 of the pumpkins. And when I bought the Hocus Pocus material from Wendy a couple years ago at our retreat, there was enough to do 2 quilts in there. So I had plenty of this fabric left over, and I just put 3 pumpkins on there for my kitchen table.
Love it.
Isn't that cute?
Yes. I love it. You did a zigzags. You did a zigzag on that.
I did.
Love it.
So I'm not big into applique, but the more I do of it, it's kind of fun when you can put the lettering on and do some cute stuff.
You know there's a pin in it right there?
Yes, because I need to slip stitch that. My seam wasn't quite sewn good enough, so I've got to go back and slip stitch that a little bit. So
okay. Love it, Mom. And there's pumpkins on the back.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So
you're putting that on your kitchen table?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on my kitchen table. You could use it as a wall hanging if you wanted. I mean,
sure.
But I wanted something on my kitchen table, so.
You're clever.
No, I just had a lot of free time on my hands. Speaking of free time, what did somebody make you?
Ooh. Mom made me a present.
I did.
Check that out. Cute? It says, Happy Y'all.
Happy Y'all, like Happy
Y'all.
Fall.
And there's pumpkins and a truck. And if you can see, there's pins.
Mm-hmm.
You see the pins in it? And then the wonder clips.
Yep.
Clip on the sides. Isn't that awesome?
That was so simple. I saw that on, I think it was Missouri Star Quilts. I was looking for a pincushion idea.
It's a camper at the top.
And it's a camper because she's a camper too. And the pumpkin farm. So it was like a theme thing for her.
Yes, and there's walnut shells in it.
Walnut shells. I learned so much doing these little pin cushions. I did not realize that walnut shells were good for your pins because they help sharpen the pins. I'm like, what a great idea. Well, little tidbit, you can get these at pet stores because they use it for like lizard bedding. Yeah, for the lizards and stuff. It is much cheaper
I'm sure.
to do that than it is to buy like a little tiny bag of it for a pincushion.
Yeah.
So I went to Amazon and I got like a big bag of it because I'm making a bunch of them.
This is awesome.
And then I love the little flaps because a lot of people use the binding clips and, you know, you have them all thrown in a container and I went, what a great idea. So simple. The main part of it is basically a 4 by 8 inch fabric for front and back. I took interfacing, pressed it on both sides just to give it a little more sturdiness. And when you're putting your pins and stuff through. And then the flaps are 2.5 inch strips that you just fold over. You stick them in there, you know, and you leave a little hole opening to put your walnut shells in. What they did recommend is to put like a little bit of polyester in the corners to help puff them out a little bit. And then you just slip stitch it shut. So if you're looking like for a really cute Christmas gift idea and you have a sewer, because I don't know about anybody else, but I'm always sticking them in the arm of my chair.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
And so I'm just like, okay.
So you said that was Missouri Star?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the daughters or the daughter-in-law, I forget now who did it, but it was a real quick, easy, and she did a little more intricate design. She had like all kinds of fabric, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
You just used like the scenery.
Yeah, I used the scenery because this fabric here I just thought was cute because it had the red pickup truck with the pumpkins in it and the campers on it, and that was themed. Right. And then I had found some really cute fabric at Wendy's at Material Girl that was old fashioned. It had like the 50s pattern lady, you know, that you see on the patterns, and it had some little cross-stitch designs. It had a sewing machine on it. It had some pins on it. And I'm like, you know what? That would be perfect. So that's going to be my top layer. And then I'll just use some fabric scraps that I have for the bottom layer. So
that's awesome.
I have a bunch of those in my work process.
Gotcha.
So
in your sweatshop?
In my little sweatshop, yes.
So cute.
So
I haven't even sewed, so I haven't even used it.
I've been using mine. It's just sitting right there, and I'm like, why didn't I think of this years ago? So it was fun.
It's true.
It's a great project, and it's one of those projects that if you have several people, you could just streamline it, and make a whole bunch of them all at once, which is what I'm doing. So yeah,
love it.
Yeah,
love it.
So we've been pretty active and pretty busy.
Yeah, we have been.
So,
but I'm done camping for the year.
I'm not.
The camper is getting fixed now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's at Creekside RV.
Oh.
Getting fixed. We had a tire blowout and it kind of did some damage, so.
Well, we are camping this weekend. We're going to Mosquito Lake. It sounds awful. It sounds buggy. But it is a really nice state park. I'm really excited to go. We're going to take our bikes and go biking. And then I just booked us in at West Branch and was able to get us a full hookup so that we could clean all of our tanks out before we winterized it.
Wow.
So we're going to go the weekend of the 14th and 15th, and then that will be our last camping trip. So then Ron will winterize it.
Right.
So.
Oh boy.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be beautiful fall weather. So I love camping in the fall.
And I have a bunch of Girl Scouts coming over to pick pumpkins.
Yes, you do.
So that's our life right now is pumpkins.
You got a busy, busy month coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Got anything else?
I don't. I think just busy, and looking forward to, I'm starting to get a lot of long arming business in. I did 3 last week, and one of my ladies, she called me and she said, hey, can you do one? I'm like, sure. And then a couple of other ladies are working on some quilts. So, and I'm going to try to stop into the Quilting Bee in Maslin. I would really like to go in and see that shop, but I haven't. I was kind of disappointed we couldn't get in there and see them, but I do want to check it out. Maybe we can do a shop hop there one of these times. So,
shop video?
Shop video, I'm sorry, yes.
I know what you meant.
I did.
All right, you ready for lunch?
I am.
All right.
Thanks
for watching.
Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. We appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.